2 eggs, sunny side up, home fries, sausage, white bread, and coffee. Black coffee. It was breakfast time at the diner.
Pancakes or waffles were out of the waffles. Scrambled eggs, sunny side up, over easy, just the whites were out of the whites.
Sunny side up.
Because you need to.
Oh, because I want to.
Because you need to.
I want to.
You need to.
Okay.
Home fries or hash browns were out of the hash browns.
Home fries.
Because you need to. White or wheat were out of the wheat.
White.
White bread because you need to.
Yeah, because I need to.
Sausage or bacon were out of bacon.
Sausage.
Sausage because you need to. Cream or milk were out of cream.
I take it black.
Black because you need to. 2 eggs because you need to. Sunny side up because you need to. Home fries because you need to. White bread because you need to. Coffee because you need to. Black because you need to. You need to.
Because I need to.
And sausage because you also need to. You need to.
I tipped the weirdo generously. Because I wanted to. And I was on my way back to the office.
Salt and pepper because you need to. Hot plate behind you.
My heart was empty with that Sunday sadness, and whatever curiosities or monstrosities shared the sidewalk with me, and my shame went unnoticed as my vision was clouded with that eternal sorrow. I rounded the corner and 2 shady characters approached the entrance to my office building. One of them I gauged to be approximately 90 years old, pale, wrinkled. He hobbled with a walker that doubled as a chair, the kind with a seat in it so when you stop walking you flip the flap down and sit on it. And that's just what he did. He moved slow and parked himself in front of my door. He looked content in his bright white suit and hat, his old, soft, vein-webbed hands resting in his lap, his bleary eyes pale and lost in the mist of age, calmly taking in the surroundings. The second stooge appeared to be a few decades his junior. I put him at about 60. He limped with a crutch that had a silver plastic elbow brace and clawed at the bottom to form a 4-pronged broad base. It was metal with caps on the ends. It was the sort of contraption a guy carries when he wants to be 4 times certain that he's not going to take a nosedive into the concrete. He walked with complication. He wore a neat yellow suit, mustard yellow. He didn't wear a hat. There was an electric something plugged into his ear. It had a coiled wire hanging from it that led into his waist pocket. I hadn't seen such a strangeness in a while. He came alongside his partner and gingerly stood beside him, holding his crutch forth as though it were some magical staff, like that of a wizard. And I hate wizards.
Are you Harvey Long?
I don't know, am I?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yes, you will. You'll take my word for it, and you'll take all of my words. Take them straight to heart, Long.
Afraid I can't help you there, pal. I lost my heart a long time ago. Someone took it from me.
Oh, you look pretty alive to me. Slightly.
Sure, I learned to live without it.
How do you do?
How do you don't? He offered me his hand. I declined.
Well, if you won't accept my hand, perhaps you will accept this.
He reached into his inside pocket. I tensed my legs, ready to grab his wrist and knock him backwards should he produce anything unfriendly, anything impolite. Maybe a bang-bang. He came up with a business card. It was white with eggshell finish. The ink was embossed, some classy font, indigo blue, and in one corner there was printed what appeared to be a tooth. In the other corner there was what looked to me to be a tooth. The letters read, Mr. Person, purveyor of fine bodies, hot and cold. And that was it. No contact information. I crushed it in my hand and fisted the balled-up wad into my hip pocket. I fixed my hat. Bodies of what?
Use your imagination.
What is he, some big-shot racketeer?
He is what the card says he is.
So why doesn't he come see me himself?
Mr. Person is a very busy person. He is perhaps occupied prowling the swamps, dressed in tooth and fur, or perhaps operating a switchblade. Maybe he's practicing witchcraft. He's into that, you know. Or maybe he is reclined with a beautiful woman.
Yeah, okay, so who are you two? What are you all so old for?
We live to be this old waiting to talk to you, Harvey. waiting for this.
So what are you two? Is Daddy and his grandpappy? Or is he even older than you? The way they talk about this schmo makes him sound as ancient and charming as Dracula. What's the big idea?
Oh, there is no big idea, Mr. Lung. There's no idea at all. There's only you. Just you and those doors.
What doors?
The doors you've been opening. The doors you've been locking yourself behind. You have been sticking your nose in places it doesn't belong.
I stick my nose exactly where it belongs, on my face.
Cleaver.
Did you say cleaver or clever?
Clever.
Is it on straight, my nose?
You want I should make it crooked for you?
No thanks, I don't want to smell things sideways. Speaking of which, you smell a little off, somewhat like a rat.
Oh, maybe we should just remove it for you altogether, or we could remove your entire face.
Is it the sort of work you're familiar with? That's the sort of work you do? Sometimes take the hands too, maybe?
He does it.
He thumbed the old dude.
He's a doctor. He has steady hands. His name is Dr. Handsome.
Where does he practice? In the mud?
The mud? No. Dr. Handsome is very clean, very calculating.
Yeah? You ever do any work on a boy named Johnny? Johnny Galwa?
You mean to say Gollywog? Johnny Gollywog.
I do? Okay.
It's funny you should mention him, Mr. Lung. Some of the doctor's finest work. With his steady hands.
Steady. You ask me, he looks kinda chickeny.
Chickeny?
That's what I said, bimbo, chickeny. As in, like a chicken. Peckish. Skittish. The work he did on Johnny looked like he kinda had his face deformed by a sledgehammer. I looked over at the old geezer. He gave me the finger. That work was pretty messy, pretty bloody.
You prefer a clean death, Mr. Lung? Death comes in many colors. Sometimes death comes in red as blood. Sometimes death comes in a black cloak with a skull for a face and a scythe in its grip. Sometimes death comes in army green or navy blue. And sometimes death comes in white.
The doctor smiled and flattened his white suit over his breast with his gross arthritic hands. He then conjured a banana and began to peel it, smiling, watching, laughing.
Death, Mr. Lung, is a rainbow, all colors, a bridge between the sun and the rain. The rainbow, all colors at once, white, a something beautiful.
The doctor gobbled down his banana, rose up from his seat awkwardly, and hobbled over to me. I am slowly approaching you. He stopped just in front of me and slapped me across the right cheek with the banana peel. Then he slapped me across the left cheek with the banana peel. Thanks for slapping me in the face with a banana peel. It was wet. Ain't you supposed to use a glove for Will you stop it? Ain't you supposed to use a glove for that sort of humiliation? Not me, Dopey. I'm not supposed to do anything I don't like to do. I'm bananas. He opened up his jacket to reveal something, and this time it was a bang-bang, a 6-shot 25 caliber automatic, finished blue with checkered walnut medallion grips. Pretty little thing, pretty nasty, a small sort of a gun, a sort more commonly carried by a woman, or I suppose an old man. You shouldn't play with guns, Dr. Handsome. I'm not playing, Mr. Lung. Nah, but we've been having so much fun. You, me, the banana. I never take my bananas lightly, boy. I believe I'll be going inside now. I suddenly became frantically depressed by the sight of your big, beautiful, wilted sourpuss. But I have one more present for you, Mr. Lung.
Show it to him, Dr. Handsome.
He handed me an 8.5 by 11 manila envelope with metal clasp. I took it and peeked inside. It was a photograph. A black and white glossy of the faceless corpse down by the river, no hands, ugly. And next to the faceless corpse was another fellow, dapper but disheveled, a conundrum of a man, and he was me. Thanks, I'll cherish it forever and always. I walked to my door. Adieu, Harvey Lung. Don't forget my advice. I'll be seeing you again, and 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 again.